I'm a filmmaker and I have a challenge. No dialogue. This is Locked In, my next short film, and today I'm going to make it work without words, or this entire film falls apart. The first 15 seconds define everything. They need to hook you, tell you a bit about the story, and set the mood for the whole film. But my intro is going to be completely different. The film is set in a hypermodern gallery, but it doesn't start there. It starts in space, and then we can pull the main character down to Earth. That's when you realize it was all a dream. Yeah, I know, stay with me. Now we know what our robot wants, and that's important. Unless its face is going to do that the whole time. We read everything through faces. Happy, sad, confused, that's how we know what a character feels. So if I want you to feel something, this robot needs to as well. And I can only show that with a good face. I won't get into the technicality of how I'll animate the face, because I can already tell my setup is going to be a bit of a pain, but I can make the eyes and mouth narrow or widen, or spin around, if I really wanted. But here's the problem. It's really hard to get the perfect expression. Changing it slightly can turn confusion into suspicion, and if I mess it up, your perspective of the character changes. There are a couple ways to fix this, primarily looking up confused face online and seeing what the eyebrows do, or just go off feelings, which I seem to be better at. Now our robot's face can change. I can use it as a billboard for how it's feeling. In its dream, at the start, our robot looks slightly wary, then becomes excited. Now you're with this character, even though you're 10 seconds into the movie and have no idea why it's in some floating elevator. And I can use that to dash everyone's hopes by abruptly waking up our robot and putting it back in its place. Sorry. Even though I can convey feeling through our robot's face, if the pacing is off, the whole scene loses its vibe. Too fast and nothing lands. Too slow and you stop caring. So every shot has to earn its time in the film. The opening shot is pretty slow, but it works for one reason. Something's off. We're in space, so it doesn't make sense that this cube with a robot standing in it is slowly moving up like an elevator. Now you're interested, and that buys me some time to make everything go at a natural speed. But pacing doesn't just control attention, it controls the mood. If everything moves too fast, it feels chaotic and unstable. But when you slow it down, it feels calm, controlled, almost uncomfortable. And that's what I want. So I have to time what you see, just enough that you're always catching up, but never ahead. It's actually pretty hard to work out the perfect pacing, because while you see this nice, smooth, full-colour shot, I see this grey mess or this choppy, slowed version. So I can't really feel the scene until it's rendered. And that's a problem, because rendering takes ages. Pixar films use tens of thousands of computers and wait months or years, so my laptop and I have to cheat a little bit. Instead of using Blender's realistic rendering engine, I switch it over to Eevee, which looks worse but gives me a finished result faster, which means I have a better feel for the timing. Then I can commit to rendering the final version. Now I can watch it like an audience would, and that's where it either works or it doesn't. And so my rule for the whole film, the more interesting the scene, the longer it lasts. If there's nothing to see, it gets cut. But if there is, I can hold you onto the edge of your seat for a little longer. I love animation because you can control everything. Not saying I'm a control freak, I just get to make everything right, including how it looks. And in a film with no dialogue, the visuals are going to do a lot of heavy lifting. It's not hard to notice there's a lot of blue in the film, but that's not just because it's the colour of police and security. Different colours make us feel different things, mainly when they're warm or cool, and blue gives cold, controlled, which fits a place built for security, but colour does more than describe a place. It tells you how to feel. Warm colours feel safe, Cool colors feel... Warm colors feel safe. Cool colors feel tense. So if I control the color, I control the mood. Now, to make the shot just blue enough, I can't just turn every light blue. Instead, I've relied on coloring parts of the world, such as the robot's arms and face, and the bluish sky. Then I can use color correction in post-production after rendering to fine-tune the whole scene's look, pushing it more towards blue. I don't want to make everything blue though, because it's set in a gallery. Having color variation keeps it a little more realistic and makes it interesting. It even makes the robot seem out of place in its world. See? Every little thing can change your view on the film in so many different ways, and when you put all of that together, you don't need dialogue to understand what's going on. You just feel it. And that's the goal. To make something you don't just watch, but something that stays with you. So there you have it, the intro to Locked In. There's so much more to come, not least the film itself, so please subscribe to stay notified. I hope you've enjoyed, because today I've proven you don't need words to tell a story, you just need something to say.